That looks about... Whew. Okay, alright, it's been a while. It's been a while. Okay. I haven't done this for a while. I've obviously spoken to a camera numerous times in the recent future, but I haven't talked at this capacity for quite some time. So bear with me. I might be a bit rusty. Might take this off. Yep. Might do that. That's okay. Okay, right. So yes, this might come as quite a surprise to you. As I was saying, I haven't done this in a long time. Not since I was 16, and I am now nearly 19. So that's quite something. For whatever reason, I just feel like I feel comfortable and confident doing this again, which is, something I never thought I would say or feel, but it feels good. It does. It feels good. I'm a pretty funny guy, so I must subject lots of people to that once more. Something that I think we can all agree on is that we all go through change. At various stages in our lives, it's all very circumstantial. We all go through changes. And when I was about 16, I went through this change. I was figuring out who I was, and I was trying out different things, and I was exploring and feeling sad and feeling happy and all this stuff. We all go through those kinds of changes. But the thing with me was that I was very publicly going through that change. I was going through that change in front of hundreds of thousands of people, and I severely let the pressure get to me. I don't know why or from where this came from, but suddenly around the time that I was 16, I became very aware. I became too aware, ridiculously aware, very self-aware, and just kind of aware of loads of different things, including my legacy and the fact that I hadn't felt like I'd ever made anything that I was truly proud of. And that really kind of bugged me. I'd been wanting to make a short film for ages. It was always something I wanted to do. Making films was something I've been wanting to do since as far back as I can remember. And I then did. I was lucky enough to know certain people, and I was lucky enough to bring a team together, and I made my first short film. And the response was so overwhelming, and I loved it, and finally I knew what it felt like to create something that I was truly proud of, to create something that I would feel confident and happy to be a part of my legacy. I couldn't settle for less. I just couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to make anything that I didn't feel was a substantial creation, that I didn't feel like meant something, which meant there was a degree to which I wanted to bury stuff. I suddenly knew where I wanted my legacy to head, and I suddenly knew what I wanted to do with my life, and I felt like the stuff I'd created, the vast majority of the stuff I'd created to that point, couldn't be a part of that. So I buried it. I pretended that stuff never happened, which I think was foolish, and I wish I could tell myself that now back then. And the thing is, people were so supportive, people were so nice, and I was creating these films I was so proud of and so happy with. But that's the thing. I was making stuff that, I don't think was surface level at all, and I was striving to make stuff that was complex and had depth because I felt like there wasn't enough of that on YouTube. But the reason I was burying all that old stuff is for complete surface level, because I felt like if I had stuff on my channel that wasn't a film, then people are just going to judge it, and people are going to judge me purely for those. And yeah, I took what I'd done up until that point at complete surface level. For some reason, at that point, I had this irrational feeling that the idea of making a vlog, just on its own, regardless of what was in that vlog, regardless of the content, it was bad. Because vlogs were bad, and vlogs were lazy, and only stupid people who do challenge videos made vlogs. And that's just not the case. It was very recently that I decided to look at some of the vlogs I did towards the end of that kind of part of my life. And they're not bad. They're not. And I'd convinced myself for so long that they were, because they were vlogs, and vlogs are bad, and films are good. I think I've calmed down I've figured out who I am to a degree through making these films, through meeting people and just kind of letting things simmer. And, it's just, you may think something's shit. Like, I may think some of the stuff I made when I was a kid is shit. I think they're shit. I think those are shit videos. But some of the most beautiful pieces of architecture in the world are built on the foundations of, like, manure, shit. So that's fine. And I've kind of learned to wear that stuff as a kind of a badge of honor, to show how far I've come. And I've come a long way. And it feels good to be sort of, I guess, more at peace. Yeah, more at peace. At that stage in my life, all I wanted was my legacy to be stuff that I was proud of. I wanted my legacy to be these films that I really wanted to make, and I really wanted people to enjoy them, and I wanted to have a career in doing that. And in regards to that, I've succeeded, I'm making these films that I'm incredibly proud of. People are responding to them incredibly with such thoughtful responses, and I'm so grateful. And, I'm being funded to make these films. I'm working on my first full-length feature film that we're set to shoot in New York, in a few months. So in that regard, I did exactly what I wanted to. I wanted to be known as that guy who makes short films. And I did that. And soon, who knows, I might be known as that guy who makes short films and a feature film, and then maybe more feature films, and who knows? I got what I wanted. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm making stuff I'm really proud of, and, at least for the near future, for the next year or so, I have a career ahead of me. Could I have gone about achieving this goal in a better way? Of course. I could have chilled out a bit more. I could have not privated so many videos. I could have still chatted to you from time to time. But I don't think I would have come to this realization as naturally as I would have if I didn't make some mistakes. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. This is the fact that I went through some shit. And I came out the other end feeling good and feeling proud and excited and happy, I think, ultimately. Yeah, I'm feeling happy. Simply talking to a camera and being honest and frank and just enjoying it and making something simple has no less merit than a huge production with 40 crew members and stuff like that. And it feels good to know that, because making art is, there's different levels to it. And regardless of how long a piece of art takes to create, it can still be good and it can still be something you're proud of. And yeah, I just feel really good and sort of happy in my life now. And I just feel comfortable and confident with the person I am, and I don't think I have for a while. I don't think I have while being an adult. And I haven't been an adult for very long, to be fair. I'm not even really truly an adult yet. I'm 18. But I guess since I became more self-aware and have started to think more complexly about things, this is the first time I've truly felt at ease and at peace and excited to make things like this and like all the films and just go with it. I want to make music at some point. I want to, the world's my oyster, and I feel good, and I just wanted to share that with you people. So there you go. So yeah, I guess from now on, between the films, every now and then, when I'm feeling it, we'll have a chat about various different things. I mean, do let me know what you'd like to talk about. I'd love to do some behind the scenes stuff for the films, talk at length about the process of making them and what some of the thoughts were going into those films. Let me know which of the films you would be interested in hearing. I kind of want to do one on Rocks That Bleed, even though it's like a year old, but that's fine. Don't worry, Let It Be is still coming. It's taken a while to edit, and I apologize for that, but no, it's looking really good. I'm really, really happy with what we've got, and so just hold tight for a few more weeks, and it will be with you shortly. So yeah, here we are. This is good. This is okay. I can still do this. Yeah. Cool. All right. Have a nice day. God bless. Have a good one. Have a good